and welcome to Rugged Mountain Homestead. My name is Sarah, and today I just wanted to make a brief video with some advice about pressure canning. My husband bought me this pressure canner for Christmas one year, and the advice is to have it calibrated every year. He took it to our local extension office and had the gauge regulated. However, since moving up to Southwest Colorado to 6,500 feet, it is going to make a very big difference in pressure canning. So I encourage you to take your whole canner down to your local extension office, because when you do, they give you this little sheet here and they test your vent pipe, the sealing ring, the safety plug, and your dial gauge. I just want to open this up really quick to show what I'm talking about, because the vent pipe right here, it must always stay clear. That's where you vent your steam for 10 minutes to make sure that your canner gets up to pressure, where you put the weight on. They also check the canning seal to make sure that there are no cracks, it's not dry rotting. It's very important that you have your seal checked every year, because if your seal is beginning to dry rot or crack in any way, then you're not going to get a proper lid seal on your pressure canner, and the pressure will not build up the way it is supposed to. They also check this safety plug just to make sure that it's working, and then this little seal here as well, but it's not dry rotted also. Then they take your dial gauge and make sure that there's no rust, no cracks, no moisture on the inside of your gauge. Also, that your gauge is sitting exactly at 0. They then hook it up to a machine and they test it at 4 different pressure reads at 6, 11, 13, and 15 PSI. And so that's really a great test. I am very particular about my canner, and it passed with flying colors. Everything was great. She said it looked like it was very well cared for, which I want to do because it needs to last me for years and years to come. So that's just a bit of advice from my kitchen today. It's very, very important that you can according to directions and proper pressure and proper canning times. Also, if your canner accidentally falls off the shelf, which mine should not because I've placed it on the very bottom shelf, but if it were to fall off a shelf, if it were to be dropped or anything like that, it's important that you have it checked then as well, because it could knock your gauge off a little bit, and you definitely don't want that. It's extremely important that we follow all the canning guidelines as outlined in the book. Everyone has a book or manual that usually comes with their canner. I always read through that first and go ahead and can according to guidelines. And kind of keep your paper nearby so that you can know when you had it tested and know when the time comes back up. So happy canning, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.